And Doug, say hi.
Hey, hey. Awfully
Microphones
glad
is
to be
working, Kim Lane.
It is working.
Doug, as we warned you, we like to start off just right with a song. So
Play a song?
Have you got something for us?
I've got a song.
Have you? You do?
I do.
All right.
I think.
We would like to hear it.
All right, let's do one here. A little something about this beautiful weather we're having. A little change of season. Looking for a change of season. Sunshine is gonna do us good. Cold, cold rain ain't no reason. Keep us from the joy we should be sharing now. Change of season. Open up your windows wide. Need a change of season inside. Don't go stop believing in me. Sometimes I forget what it means. Having all the gifts you give. Don't let me die where I live. 'Cause there ain't no reason for this late night teasing. Any blind fool sees it's no good. Can't you see my love can't wait anymore? Oh, looking for a change of season. Sunshine is gonna do us good. Cold, cold rain ain't no reason. Keep us from the joy we should be sharing now. Change of season. Open up those windows wide. Need a change of season inside. Where'd your fire and lightning go? Did you lose them in the undertow? Wondering where those good times have gone. There's still those eyes before dawn. 'Cause there ain't no reason for this late night teasing. Any blind fool sees it's no good. Can't you see my love can't wait anymore? Oh, looking for a change of season. Sunshine is gonna do us good. It's cold, cold rain ain't no reason. Keep us from the joy we should be sharing now. Change of season. Open up those windows wide. Need a change of season inside. Oh, oh yeah. Oh. Looking for a change of season. Sunshine is gonna do us good. It's cold, cold rain ain't no reason. Keep us from the joy we should be sharing now. Change of season. Open up those windows wide. Need a change of season inside. Thank you.
Doug Davis, live here in the Pass the Hat studio.
Doug, now I know some of your story, with which you have a long story in music. Like, your history is rich. But
is that your way of saying I'm old?
No, it's
Seasoned.
yeah, like we're all old. Let's be
I like
real.
seasoned much better.
But let's go back to the very beginning. How did you get started as a singer-songwriter? Because a lot of kids, they get an instrument or they were a writer, but when did it click that, oh, I'm a songwriter?
You know, I haven't really thought about that very much. I spent a lot of time, and still do, being a sideman and playing in bands, and from Charlotte originally, but went to college in Winston-Salem. And
At Wake Forest?
Yep.
Nice.
So all kinds of college bands and terrible, bands in the 80s and early 90s and all that sort of thing. But you got me thinking. I think I went to grad school at Wake, too, and got my comp lit degree. And my advisor used to come out. He was a great guy. He'd have all his students over and play records, and was a big Van Morrison guy and
Cool.
all kinds of things like that. And in my memory, he was really encouraging my music. He came out to one of my shows one time and really said, you really need to focus on this. And in retrospect, I think what he was saying is that you're really bad with this complet stuff. Maybe try the music.
Try something
thing.
else. Try music.
That's a shame, 'cause there's so
either
much
way, though,
money
it sent
in
me
it.
in that direction. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's how
he
it
left
went.
behind tens of dollars
He
in it.
he did
Yes.
abandon a rich career there. And what was your first instrument? Was it in college or before that?
Oh, I grew up, playing the piano.
Okay.
Put in my years of, Bach and Czerny and Hanon scale exercises and all that sort of thing when I was a kid. When I was 13, I said I really enjoy all the effort putting into the music lessons and the piano, but can I get a guitar? Can I rock a little bit? And I got a guitar and had enough of all those scales and all that sort of thing.
Yep.
So I switched over to guitar and consequently never really properly learned how to play guitar, which I've been doing for 40 years now. So
But you know what's fun about that is that, nor have many of us, we get so many people in the studio who I watch people really carefully play guitar. And I have seen as many different ways of playing guitar as I have seen singer-songwriters. And I often ask them, hey, how are you doing this? Because I don't care if it's right. I don't know if it's right. I know it sounded good.
And that's what's important.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what's great about the guitar, is that if you can make the sound and your hand moves that way, then you do you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Can you grace us with another song?
I can.
Awesome.
Let's see.
That is what we are here for.
We are here for this.
How about this is a bit of an older one. I've been playing a little bit recently, a little bit more. It's called "Raise You Up," and this is one of those rare songs that sort of came fully formed, which we all know is never happens.
That doesn't happen.
Never happens.
Years ago, I was on my way home from the service celebrating my beloved great aunt who passed away. This was a good while ago, and pretty much the whole thing came to me on the way home. So about appreciating what you got while you got it. So, called "Raise You Up." I'm gonna raise you up today. I'm gonna raise you up today. I'm gonna raise you up most each and every day. I'm gonna raise you up today. Don't think about you all the time. Don't think about you all the time. Ain't always looking for a reason to my rhyme. Don't think about you all the time. Maybe you're thinking it's too late. Maybe this pain is where you want it. Maybe the riches made us poor. I don't care no more. I'm gonna raise you up today. Sometimes you make me kinda crazy. Sometimes you make me kinda crazy. Sometimes a man can go for days. You don't see love, it's right in front of him. You make me kinda crazy. I ought to raise you up today. I'm gonna raise you up today. Raise you up most each and every day. I'm gonna raise you up today. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. pain is where you want it. Maybe riches made us poor. I don't care no more. I'm gonna raise you up today. Maybe the riches made us poor. I don't care no more. I'm gonna raise you up today. Thank you.
Doug Davis, live here in the studio.
I have the distinct privilege tonight of being on the board, which means I'm wearing the headphones.
Sounds good, huh?
Your guitar sounds like two guitars.
Two guitars.
It does. It's really
Have
interesting.
you had too much bourbon, Kim?
No, so this is why. If you're watching the live stream, he was almost playing it on a claw hammer looking style, to where you were palming your bass notes and then you were hitting the lighter notes with his fingers, and it made it sound like a multi-dimensional instrument.
I was hearing some percussion in there and some harmonics. It was a good sound.
But his hand, like that was really deceptive, and it's almost like it's a claw hammer kind of thing that you're doing.
Sort of, yeah. I don't know why I've gotten the habit of. I love playing with percussion. I love having a drummer or percussionist, and so I think I got to the point where playing the solo shows, I always wanted to feel the rhythm more, and I think you play that way, you sacrifice the harmonic capabilities of the guitar a little bit. It's a little bit more primitive, but I think with a lot of songs like that, I really want to feel the rhythm a little bit more. So.
Well, we did, and now that we're talking about it, it's a little early, but I'm just going to go there.
Is it gear time already?
It is. So in honor of Matty Sheets, he used to call it gear time when we would talk about the instruments. So Matty, this is for you. One of the first things I said to Doug when he walked into the studio was I threatened him. And then I was like, I will take your guitar. You can't go home. We'll cut your tires. Because I was like, your guitar's from the 60s, isn't it? He was like, yes. So tell us about this gorgeous little Gibson you have.
This is Gibson LG1. I've been obsessed. I've had this one for about 5 or 6 years. About a 68, I believe. Kind of an unusual finish for it. I suspect that it's been through the ringer.
Yeah, it's got the patina.
Yes, it has it's an unusual patina for the LG1s. The B25s, which are a similar model, a similar parlor model, they often have this kind of finish, but you don't see ones. So.
Well, it's a great look and a great sound.
I love these old guitars. These were student models.
Right.
These were Gibson's inexpensive.
That's
guitars.
what I have.
And
I have the LG1. Mine is from 1962 with the mahogany finish. Same guitar.
I just love them. Every one that I pick up has got some mojo. It's got songs in it.
Yep.
So, and I'm a terrible, terrible finger picker, but this is an excellent finger picking guitar.
It really is, because the action is so low.
Yeah.
It is right there. And mine, at least, you said yours doesn't, but mine, you set those strings and it never goes out of tune.
It's pretty solid.
I
right?
don't know what's going. I think it's because the pegs are really tight, but I'm not complaining about
That
it.
helps. They won't slip.
No.
I wish I could say that. This one, as you've already heard, tuning is not always. And I have some lovely, wonderful guitars that are very professional, stay in tune, that just don't have the mojo of this one. So when I'm playing something like this, that's just a little more intimate, and I'll sacrifice a little bit of reliability. I always say that this guitar is almost exactly the same age as me, and every bit as grumpy and unreliable.
Does it have the open gear tuners on the back, or are they closed and sealed?
No, it's the closed, yeah.
Okay, because you often fix that just by not cleaning the gears when they're open.
Yes,
and they get nice and sticky, and they'll hold tuning.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the last hour of playing your guitar when you then give it up to me. Can you play us another song?
Well, the crazy thing is, during the, they're like I say, they were inexpensive student guitars, and now they're insanely expensive. Of course, the LG1 is the second tier of the LG. I've got friends with the LG3s, and those are really a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But
well, we'd love to hear another song.
All right, let's do one. We did one about the importance of families. Let's do one about the curse of families. And these are not autobiographical,
I'm listening.
mind you. I don't know why I'm playing mostly older songs. This is another older.
Hey, I'm here
they're all
for
new
it.
to you, so.
No,
but,
this is great.
It's called Back Where I Came. How does it feel to be everyone's best friend? Long as you still got $1 left to spend, shoulder to cry on, just a face without a name, stone they can step on, someone innocent to blame. Your brother's been broke ever since he learned to count. Spins it on smoke in his offside track account. Loaned him your watch, now you never have the time. Drank all your scotch, now he's here for your last dime. No one gets to tell you it's a hard way to be, heading for a heartache if you're counting on me. Time for every loser in your family tree. You can keep your name. I'm heading back where I came. I'm heading back where I came. Daddy's a brute, don't think he ever gave a damn. Mama's been drunk since he came home from Vietnam. Or you can say, 'cause you must have done it wrong. Think it's okay, 'cause it's been this way so long. To tell you it's a hard way to be, heading for a heartache if you're counting on me. Got time for every loser in your family tree. You can keep your name. I'm heading back where I came. I'm heading back where I came. So call me someday when you're standing on your own. I'm leaving this town, I can't stand to see you owned. You ought to get out while there's something left of you. Starting to doubt that there's anything to do. Gets to tell you it's a hard way to be, heading for a heartache if you're counting on me. The time for every loser in your family tree. You can keep your name. I'm heading back where I came. I'm heading back where I came. Thank you.
Doug Davis.
Thank you.
Live here on Pass the Hat. Now, Kim, we were talking about Denisha in the playlist before we went live, and we were talking about her having intelligent lyrics, excellent songcraft, and great pop sensibility in her songs. That's exactly what we're hearing tonight from Doug Davis.
We really are. Your songs are very... Bob and I both walked in here exhausted today, and I am no longer exhausted.
Woke right back up.
Yep.
Oh, well, I
Like
thank
a
you so
cup
much.
of coffee.
So I was thinking as you were playing that song, and I was having this thought about intelligent lyric, well-crafted song, pop sensibility, that those three don't always go together. Sometimes you get those first two, but people get a little bit intense on their real intelligent lyrics, and the songs just get dense.
Yeah.
Your songs are not dense. You,
And
you keep that pop sensibility.
I
You
can
got
be guilty of that from time to time.
Yeah, but it's still you got kind of sing along. You got hooks in there, things drawing them in. And I'm wondering if you mentioned before we went live of having been a sideman in many bands throughout
Right.
the years, and I'm wondering if just playing in bands a lot, really gives you that understanding of we need this pop sensibility. This is what makes a song singable and danceable and keeps the audience in the club happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's what makes me happy. You know,
There you
I think you know, anybody that's gotten to a certain age, I think, has been through all sorts of music phases in their lives.
Sure.
And I definitely spent a lot of my life, even though it's not really showing up necessarily in a lot of these songs. But I'm you know, when I was younger, I was a big power pop guy, big Beatles pop kind of thing. You know, with short, concise songs, tight phrasing, melodies, hooks, things like that. And I think there are certain songwriters that are out there now, guys like Josh Ritter and Will Hogue, that can kind of still bring that sensibility and marry it with a kind of folk roots music sensibility. And
Yeah.
I think when you can do that, I think it can be very rewarding. But it's hard to keep that balance sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And you don't have to keep the balance all the time because you want to have some of those extremes come in. You want to have something just vacuous and in your face, or sometimes something navel gazing, kind of slow and plodding kind of stuff. You want to mix it up now and then. Where was I going? But do you have music people can buy?
Absolutely, and all the streaming services. I kind of I've been around for a long time, and I've got lots of music out there under my name. And under various bands that I've been in. But I've been reinventing myself over the past couple of years. I spent many years in working bands and bar bands.
Right.
And I consider myself semi-retired. My main working band broke up a couple of years ago after 20 years.
Congratulations.
Wow.
and
And
condolences,
thank you.
depending on which way that goes.
I didn't get a watch or anything, but so since then, over the last couple of years, I've really been focusing almost entirely on the original music. And,
It's working.
I'm loving it. It's you know, it's been, but it's interesting that you say that. I think working in bar bands and you know, working bands, it teaches you the immediacy of making sure that you get something over with. I mean, I write for me, but I also spend time playing live, and I think for many years I didn't care.
Yeah, you
I
get
didn't
that
care
experience
if it connected, if it meant something to me.
You get that experience of seeing the immediacy, the reaction from the crowd as you're playing it, whether you're drawing them in or they're going to get their drink now.
Yeah. Yes. That happens too. Yeah. I think that can be, if you can do all that at the same time, which is very, very, very hard.
So all of the streaming services, do you have a website or CD Baby places where people can literally
Absolutely.
directly give you money?
DougDavis.ws is the website. Slightly behind a little bit, but Facebook, Doug Davis Music at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I do the TikTok.
Excellent.
I don't do the dances yet, but
Yet. I heard yet there.
yeah. So all the things. So Apple Music, all those.
What are the cool kids doing now? Airwalk. I'm waiting to see you airwalk.
Airwalk. I don't even know what this is.
Oh, now you have to look it up.
I know. Well, I've got a 17-year-old daughter who
Who will
tries.
show you how to airwalk?
Well, she rolls her eyes at me most of the time, but she
Well,
she
she's a
shows me.
17-year-old daughter.
She had me, one of my most successful posts recently was for my last single. She had me talking about the single while jumping on the trampoline, which I thought sounded like a silly idea.
That
and
is a
then it sort of
TikTok
went
thing.
small time viral. So, you know, listen to your 17-year-old daughter when you're planning your TikToks, I guess is the lesson.
That is true. Lucy has me do TikToks every once in a while, but I will only satirize other viral memes. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Do you have a trampoline?
No. But so here's who I satirize. I satirize those wellness influencers in the grocery store who will like eat this, not that. So I do that. There are people who dance in the grocery store and do that, and that's what I do. That's my TikTok thing because I have no other talent.
And it's all about the flaming hot Cheetos and the
It
Dr. Pepper.
really is. I think Doug should play a song now.
Can I play I'll play my new single,
Yes.
which is coming out next week.
So basically, it's a world premiere, is what you're saying.
It's a world premiere.
We
yeah,
love
there you
those.
as I've gotten in the habit of saying, it is my new single, which basically just means it's the song that I'm making bad TikTok videos about right now.
Awesome.
So,
And you are Doug Davis on TikTok.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have to check.
I'm thinking
I believe
about
I
that.
am, yes. So this is my secular gospel number, so you can stomp and clap, should the Spirit move you or not.
It might.
Anyway, yeah. It's called Shall Be Enough. If I should go up to the top of the mountain by and by, and I should gaze down on the globe, I should fear my soul and cry. I need no name, I need no story, need no answers to know why. I shall be enough, shall be enough, shall be enough. Once I was lost, I still am. Ain't no rescue on the way, so I will shine my own good light till that people lonesome day. I need no name, I need no story, need no answers to know why. I shall be enough, shall be enough, shall be enough. I'd like to see the grand design. Somebody said, seek and ye shall find. I know my place neath heaven's sky. It's just a mansion on the hill. We're not built for such as I, for I don't know from where I go, and I know not where I'm bound. These stars gon' spin, this moon gon' shine, long after I am 6 feet down. You tell your stories, and I'll tell mine. We'll make the best of what we find. Shall be enough, 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 shall be enough. Amen.
That is what's up. You know, you're a really good example of the power of listening to other genres of music that might challenge you. You listen to gospel, you learn how to verbally let go without absolutely destroying your voice. That was
Yes.
fantastic.
I did not grow up knowing any gospel, but my uncles, I have uncles who are identical, twin,
Oh,
Southern Free Will Baptist hellfire and brimstone ministers.
oh, Lordy.
And it always amused me. They were just the nicest, funniest guys, played a lot of golf.
Oh.
And then got up in the pulpit and
Fire-
damned us all to hell.
fire
and then
and brimstone
came
coming
back
at you.
down and went out and played golf and ate barbecue. And so I got to see and hear a lot of great music in the eastern part of the state when I was younger. But again, it was, I grew up in suburban Charlotte. So I
Right.
grew up on Foreigner and Camaros. So, but it was a treat to, get to hear some of that.
How is a song like that born then, if that's not in your usual vein?
That is a good question, and I don't know that I can even answer that. That song goes back about 10 years. Not sure where it comes from, but I can tell you why I started playing it again. I wrote that. I don't think I ever played it. And a couple of years ago, when I was kind of starting this whole thing again, one of the first things I did was to play Martha Bassett's show.
Oh, yeah. Great
Which
show.
was just
Up in
an
Elkin, right?
absolute treat
Yeah.
and a joy. And Deshaun Hickman was in the house band at the time.
Yep.
Do you guys know Deshaun?
We
Heard
know
the
the
name.
name.
Sacred Steel, just
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful player. And I had done one of Molly McGinn's nights over at in Kernersville, and Deshaun was there, and I saw him there, and I was thinking, what a treat, but I don't really have songs that make sense to have Deshaun play on. What? So I dug this one out just out of my bag right there on the spot. Don't think I'd ever even played it live. And he just killed it. So I said, when I go on the Martha Bassett show, we're going to play this song with the full band with the Sacred Steel. And,
and you can get a whole crowd singing along with that one, too.
Well, it turns out that I got there, and that week, Deshaun, he couldn't tell anybody, but he had gotten a spot on Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, my God.
So he wasn't on the show. So I panicked, ended up doing it anyway, and the crowd clapped and stomped, and it was
as they should.
As they should. Well, we're going to, we've already at the top of the hour. Where'd that go?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
So we need to remind you, per the FCC, that you are listening to Pass the Hat on WHUP LP Hillsboro. We have a sponsor for the second hour of our show. That means you are a spokesmodel.
Yes!
So grab that box.
Support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthew's Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthew. We don't know what's in the box, but we know that it is amazing. Y'all stop by Matthew. He's got a wonderful assortment of all kinds of chocolates, gelato, and ask him about his Halloween chocolate baby skulls. Oh, my goodness. Gonna blow your mind is probably not the right thing to say.
There's a lot of not right things. Where's Kirk when we need him? He always says the right things.
Now, Doug, you did mention that you have been a bass player in the past, right?
Oh, yes.
So we have a tradition on Pass the Hat where the bass player just opens up the box of chocolate and eats the whole thing during the show. So it's up to you whether you go into channel your inner bass player or not. Well, I'm suggesting
not.
There's
a problem with that, because if my wife gets wind of this and I get home with an empty box of Michael's chocolates, then I'm going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, bad things would happen. I suggest not channeling your inner bass player.
It's a weird exercise in multitasking, I will say, because the band is playing, and I don't know how the bass player is managed, but they always do. It's amazing.
Bass players are magic.
Yeah, don't get it. Well, we are ready for more music.
All right. I play, despite what I'm playing here tonight, I have almost nothing but sad little folk ballads and a lot of breakup songs.
We don't get any of those here in the studio.
No, definitely not.
So rare.
But it's Friday, Friday evening, and I'm feeling like not doing that. So
all right.
Okay.
I can.
No,
but
it's your show. You get to do what you want to.
Let's play another stomper.
I love stompers.
This is one that was primarily written by my good buddy, Mr. Mitchell Snow. I could tell all kinds of stories about Mitchell, but we don't have time for all that. So anyway, great friend of mine from Davie County and down there in Mocksville, moved up to Canada. He's a conscientious objector of what we're not sure, but of whatever you got. He's
current political climate.
He's I think he moved up there for the cool weather to start with, but all that helped. Yeah. So anyway, he mostly wrote this song. I tacked on about 2 words so I could call it a co-write, but he gets all the credit. So anyway, it's called Midnight Moon. Midnight moon won't let me be in a cold gray night when the winds won't sleep and the moonlight drifts and the willows weep. Leave me alone, don't sing to thee, yeah. Midnight moon won't let me be with the wheezing sigh sweep through the tree and the buckeye bends and the rivers freeze. Leave me alone, don't sing to thee. And if you're coming for me now, there's a mark on my name. Got the cross winds cutting down the cane, and there's a Midnight moon won't let me be. Swallows the storm, swallows the sea. Its bitter song, it sings of thee. Leave me alone, don't sing to thee. And if you're coming for me now, there's a mark on my name. Good God, the cross winds cutting down the cane. And there's a creek that grown beneath the bleeding color weed. Midnight moan, your bitter songs, the end of me. Midnight moan won't let me be. When a black cloud bleeds to kiss the ground, and the stars go high and the stars spin round. Leave me alone, don't sing to thee, yeah.
Whew.
Thank you.
More Doug Davis live here in the studio. Doug, a few songs ago when you were talking about coming back from the funeral services for your great aunt,
Yes.
you talked about a song just dropping out of the sky into your brain, fully formed.
Never happens. Never happens.
Yeah, we know we've been doing this here on Pass the Hat for a decade now, and that is a rare thing, but it does seem to happen occasionally, and it's a magical moment. Outside of those magical moments, what is your songwriting process like? How do songs come to be in Doug Davis world?
That's easy to answer for me now because about 12 years ago, something like that, I started a songwriting group, an online songwriting group called the Monday Morning 3 a.m. Music Club.
We know this
You
group.
know that group, and so you started that so you could steal everyone's ideas and have songs.
Yes!
Brilliant.
Yes. Well, I make a lot of my regular living as a producer. I'm a studio guy.
Right.
So really the goal was to get all these people writing all these songs that they would need to record and come to me for that.
Just
so
smart business work right there.
Yeah. And many of your past guests, I think, have been Monday morning guys, including we were just talking about Bob Bedell. And,
Yep. Bob Bedell,
Jeff
we know
Wall,
Jeff
who
Wall,
I'm working
yeah.
with. Yeah, he's, couldn't be happier.
Yep.
So my process is very kind of set in stone these days because I have to write and record a song every week. And I took last year off, but up until that point, I had not missed a week in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
So that really, how does having that deadline, and I assume having a prompt,
Yes.
how does that oil the gears to make a song happen for you?
I think to me the benefit, the biggest benefit of a group like this, and I don't need this particular benefit anymore, but I love seeing it help songwriters. I think there are certain songwriters that just wait for the muse and they get the songs they get and they're all great, you know.
Yeah.
What did they say about Nick Drake? You know, how many songs? He really didn't write that many songs, and they're all amazing. But we're not all Nick Drake.
Right.
So I grew up a Presbyterian. I believe in the work ethic. I think you got to show up for the muse to come by, and you got to write a lot of really bad songs, and you have to put a lot of work into redrafts and put some work into the craft. And I think this group teaches people to not be so precious about putting a period at the end of a sentence, putting the work in and calling it a song. Come back to it later, fix it, make it better.
Maybe it's not what you want it to be now.
Yeah.
But it's a song. You can put it on the shelf, and you
Yeah.
have something there that you can come back and look at.
Exactly. So for me, I've suffered a little bit from being so dogged about being in the group because I don't get the time to go back and redraft that I really need to. I think that's an important part of the process too, that you don't really have time for when you've got to put something out every week. My other problem is, as a producer, I find that it's so much more easy for me and so much more enjoyable for me to put together the demo than to sit down and put pen to paper sometimes. And also, I'm a really terrible drummer who really loves to play drums. So I spend way too much time every week playing terrible drums when I should be writing lyrics.
You know, both of my sons, when they were 2 years old, were also terrible drummers who loved to play drums.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my mother's fault. Because she would be babysitting them, and she would give them wooden spoons and line out all the pots of her kitchen on the floor and just say, "Go to town."
Oh, that is a brave mother. That is a brave mother.
And the
yeah,
kids
sorry about
loved
that.
But anyway, you mentioned Jordan and Jody that couldn't be happier.
Yes.
And you've got a gig with them coming up October 4th.
Yes. We've been doing so many shows together over the past few years. We realized at some point that we had a lot of the same crowd, a lot of the same folks were coming out to a lot of the shows, and we enjoyed playing at a lot of the same places. Thought, why not book some shows together? So we've called it our Misery Loves Company Traveling Road Show.
Love it.
And we play together as often as we can, including just a few weeks ago over at Nash Street Tavern.
Oh, this is at Grassy Creek.
Grassy
Vineyard.
Creek is coming up.
And then before that, you've got Wake Forest Listening Room.
Yes,
Is
next
that
week. That's the big one.
Next Friday, which we can't talk
That's
about
a nice
because
place.
it's during Pass the Hat. But tell us all about it.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry about that. Super excited about that. Haven't been back there in a while.
No, we love Mike, and we
Mike
love
is-
the Listening Room. It's a fantastic space.
We played. My old band played the older location, but I haven't even been able to go to the new location yet. So I'm
Same.
excited. I actually have 2 gigs over at the Listening Room this fall. Get to do one with my stuff. We have a project in Winston-Salem called the Vagabond Saints Society,
Heard of it?
where it's sort of a community networking kind of thing, where we'll pick an album, pick a theme, pick something 3 or 4 times a year, and we've got sort of a core band, but we try to bring in as many extra musicians as possible, and different singers for every song.
Right.
A format that is now fairly well known, but
Yeah.
when I used to live in New York for a while, and there was a group up there called the Losers Lounge, and I brought that back when I moved back.
Nice.
And now there's, of course, lots of folks. I know lots of folks got together last week and did the
Down
thing
here
for,
at the Cradle.
for Eki. And, wonderful. So anyway, long story short, last year, it's not very portable, as you can imagine, because it's,
It's a lot of people.
a lot of people
Yeah.
involved. But we did a smaller show last year. We did a Water Boys show. We did one of my personal favorite albums, the Fisherman's Blues album.
Nice.
And Mike and I have bonded over the years about being Waterboys mega fans.
Right.
So he asked me for a long time. He said, "Can we do that here?" So finally, the stars aligned. So we're going to bring that show to the Listening Room in November. I think
that's gonna be
November
awesome.
7th. So
Well, we do need to hear some more music, but you
Yeah.
have mentioned that you are a producer, that you record music for people. How can our listeners who are songwriters find you and
me.
get you to record their music?
yeah, I don't usually hang out much of a shingle about that because it's all word of mouth and all that sort of thing. But you can contact me. You can find me on. You got him? Did you get him?
No.
No.
There is a fruit fly here in the studio that
There's
we've been
4.
chasing.
Did you leave fruit out?
Bourbon, which is
Bourbon,
not
yeah.
a fruit.
Yeah.
But apparently here in WHUP, they're bourbon flies.
Bourbon flies. I like that. I think we have some of those at home too.
But I'm sorry, we interrupted you when you were pitching being a music producer and a recorder.
Yes, find me on Facebook, Doug Davis on Facebook,
Okay.
and that's probably the easiest way to do that. We our production business, we do have a website and all that sort of thing, but we also do a lot of that's geared more towards our licensing music. We do a lot of TV and movie music,
Right.
Very cool.
which is
All right.
a lot of fun, but not something that people are going to seek
Well,
us out about.
With that said, let's hear some more of your fine music.
All right, I'll play one sad little song.
Get the
Actually,
tissue, Bob.
actually a very joyful song, but it's a quiet song. And I don't usually like to even play this song very often because it's such a kind of quiet, personal thing. But this feels safe.
It's a safe
It's
space.
a
Safe
safe space. I hate even telling the story because it feels manipulative to tell the story, but it's a true story, and it was
Manipulate
very neat.
us.
I was adopted.
Oh,
And I spent I had wonderful adopted parents. I spent many many years searching for birth parents to no avail, and had pretty much given up on it, till my early 50s, when lo and behold, this new technology comes along, and my wife gives me a subscription for Christmas, and I spit in a cup, and 3 weeks later I found my birth mom.
Bam.
No way.
Magic.
So
Wow.
it was a good day, and I wrote this song that day. This is probably the only other song that I wrote right away. It's called Real Nice Day. Once, long ago, set my sights on distant lights. Oh, the miles I go, maps and charts, seasick hearts. Kept singing you a sunrise song, dreaming you could sing along, and imagine how my whole life long just won't say, seeing your face, it's a real nice day. Up, I gave you up, fairy tale, lost the trail, star behind a star, search so far, here you are. Kept singing you a sunrise song, dreaming you could sing along. Can't imagine how my whole life long just wanna say, seeing your face, it's a real nice day. It's a real nice day. It's a real nice day. Thank you.
That is a sweet song.
Thank you.
Did you play it for her?
No,
Okay.
no. I think she knows about it. She's wonderful. These stories can have pretty wide
All kinds of
outcomes.
endings.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
And this was a really lovely outcome.
Good.
We've spoken a number of times and stay in touch.
That's good.
But yeah, I'm very grateful that things worked out.
Yeah.
That way.
And sometimes we need to write those songs just for us.
Yeah.
They may not make sense. I have a handful of those. I think we all do. We wrote them and they probably don't even make sense to a wide audience, but we needed to write them.
Yeah.
And so we did. And there are songs I play for my own comfort,
Yeah.
just in my den, because they
very
feel
important, yeah.
right. Yeah.
Well, it's I'm an English major. I like to write story songs. They're not typically autobiographical. Of course, they all
Yeah.
draw on. But I made a pandemic album like everybody else did. I called it Small Stars, and it's a bunch of, I think of them as small songs, intimate songs. That was one of the songs on that album. And they were all very
concept.
deeply personal, 10 very deeply personal songs like that, which was very unusual for me. And I
Yeah.
rarely play those songs. It's not good, Nash
what a
Street Tavern
great-
on a Friday night doesn't want to hear that song.
That's
so.
a great milepost, though, of all the things that came out of the pandemic, the burdens and the nonsense. What great art also came out of it, like a mile marker that maybe wasn't about the pandemic, but it was just, I had the time, so I did a beautiful thing.
You know, we talked about that during the pandemic. Everyone, I think, was talking about this. The Renaissance came after the Black Plague, but that we might not recognize it for many years. And then we start looking back and say, oh, here's one of those magical things that came out of it.
Yeah.
And, here we are with one of them here in the
It
studio.
really is, and it's in some ways very disrespectful or tone deaf at the least to talk too much about the blessings that
Right.
any of us. But it was a
silver linings.
very good time for me,
Yeah.
like many of us, or for a lot of reassessment, career wise, personally, emotionally, on all kinds of levels.
So I can help relieve you of some of that guilt if you're feeling any. You're not the first person to have come through and said that. And honestly, I had mixed feelings about it too. Like, I had some good. I think all of us appreciated the rest at some point, just that sense of, okay, we can pull back and rest.
Yeah.
Well, we intense introverts like myself were saying, oh, yeah, this is my life anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned that working band. For 20 years, a big part of my life was going out four nights a week,
Right.
hitting the road, and I was the lead singer in a big party band, and I was the guy that had to go out and do that. And I'm a severe introvert. I love doing that. I felt like I found a stride doing that, and every week I would clench my fist and go out and do it. And then when 2020 came along and that went away, I realized that I was honored to have that job. I was
Right.
grateful to be able to do it, and it was a big part of who I was. But when I didn't have to do it and I could unclench my fist,
Yeah.
it was a real blessing, and I was prepared to go back and do the work, but circumstances led to that ending not long after that, and I just
Nice.
it was a blessing.
Well, I think we have time for at least one more song, maybe two, if you smush them together.
And by the way, Sid Louise says, hey.
Oh, yay!
Actually, doesn't say hey. Sid Louise says,
Awesome.
which doesn't really translate that well into radio. but-
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely great. Met at the Cradle. We played the back room with our Bud's Secret Monkey Weekend. Played a couple shows with them. Played at the Cradle, and met so many nice people there that have stayed in
and
touch.
you can see Secret Monkey Weekend at Centerfest tomorrow.
At the 5 Point
Yay!
stage. I'll be there.
I love those guys so much.
They
They're
are fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Can we?
Somebody owe somebody a coat.
Well, I think it's time for probably your last song, unless you can smush a couple
Two
together.
short ones, one long
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. It's
All
your
right.
show.
I'll do another. Put that capo down. Let's put it back on. This is kind of a. I hate telling the same stories again, but I'm on the radio. I can tell a story. People haven't heard these stories.
Jack
This
Gorham
is-
says hey, too.
Jack's the best. I miss Jack. We played in a band together for a long time. That band is not officially broken up. I'm still waiting for Jack to get back to the studio and finish up some stuff we're working on.
What the hell, Jack?
I know, right? All right, so this is a pandemic song. This is actually the last song on that Small Stars album, and I'm saying right now this is the last time I'm going to tell this story. Back in the days, remember when everybody was banging on pots and pans for first responders? Remember
Yes,
that was a
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
And like everybody else, I had a good number of friends that were first responders, and one of them was talking to me one time and saying, "I really hate that. That really bugs the heck out of me."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why?" And she told me a story, and I remember I'd gone back to I think it was a This American Life story at one point. It was about a mother that had a special needs child and particularly violent kid, very difficult situation for everybody. And she said it broke her heart and made her angry every time people would say to her, I can't believe that you do that. I could never do that. Because she said, what choice do I have? This
Right.
is what I've been given.
Sure.
And if you were in this position, you'd have to find your way too.
You would find a way. A human doesn't just walk away from that situation.
Yeah. So that's what I thought about when my friend was talking to me about first responders and how they felt. So anyway, this is you talked earlier about the writing way too wordy songs, and this is one of those. This is
All right.
a good Dylan-esque song with a lot of words. but it's about that. So it's called Ride It Out. Well, I met a man on Boundary Road with his dust caked on his tongue, and the bone and sinew ground, ash and marrow. And they gave him heroes' ribbons and the homecomeliest he saw, hanging songs of grace, Vesper Sparrow. Where she met a weary widower with his ghost arrayed like wares on his prayer rug to be sold to the highest bidder. And she'd asked him when he'd fold at the point of least confusion. Never crossed his clouded mind to consider. And when the dark fails the light, well, I'll send you flares to find me. And if there's nowhere to fall, we'll stand and face the storm. And as the last stars of night give way to dawn's redemption, we'll ride it out. What else can we do but ride it out? She says I've given up the luxury fortune-telling dreams. We can only see the shadows till we're blinded. And you can pin the tag of hero's curse on the ever-fading badge in the space between despair, bloody-minded. Oh, and in my mind I'll always be 1,000 miles away, but in my heart I'm standing as your neighbor. If I could control the winds, command the tides to pull me, what kind of man would shy from such a labor? And if the dark fails the light, well, I'll send you flares to find me. And if there's nowhere to fall, we'll stand and face the storm. And as the last stars of night give way to dawn's redemption, we'll ride it out. What else can we do? Ride it out. Come on, Jack Gorham, play a piano solo. He is too, right now, I bet he is. I can almost hear it. Ask you now to sing no more the songs of grace and mercy, or shine your torch upon the fields left fallow. For I can only battle with the weapons I've been given. What choice have I been granted in this hour? And when the dark fails the light, I'll send you flares to find me. And when there's nowhere to fall, we'll stand and face the storm. And as the last stars of night give way to dawn's redemption, we'll ride it out. What else can we do but ride it out? Oh, oh.
You all have been listening to the great Doug Davis. He needs to come. You need to come back, sir.
Yes.
And by the way, Jack Gorham says, no, it was an accordion solo.
Yes. Even better. He's the best.
Don't go away, because while we are going to turn off the live stream here shortly, you need to go to WHUPFM.org and hit that play live button so you can hear Doug be our guest DJ and play songs that he is feeling right now. You can also go to the TuneIn app and tune in to WHUPFM.org, and we will be streaming live on that service as well.
That's right. The live stream ends. The show does not end. So you hopefully remember what the first song is on your playlist.
Do I? Oh,
It's by
man.
your friends in Winston-Salem.
You didn't say there was going to be a test.
Is it a couldn't be
I'm a
happier
teacher.
Oh, of course it is.
Myself.
There we go.
Yep.
song? Okay, so with that teaser, we will have you wave goodbye to the live stream now that folks have figured out how to go elsewhere. And
Bye,
you
live
guys
stream.
learn more at dougdavis.ws. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you so much. Yay.
Okay, we're done with them. Kim Lane is pulling up.